Hello, my name is Sebastien. I'm working for the Global Energiesprong Global Alliance, which is an NGO that aims to promote any solution that could help make the energy transition, especially for the sector of housing, the more affordable. Because we know we have a lot of challenge he had to transform the housing stock of Europe. Our motivation to join is the fact that sustainable heat is a key topic when we're thinking retrofitting the housing stock for Europe. So it's very important in our perspective to explore options that we're going to have in future and where our research and development will allow us to better use especially renewable energy sources for heat. And we know, unfortunately, that sometimes availability of low-cost heat solution doesn't fit exactly the time of the year when there's the most need for it. So anything that could help us buffer and make more optimal and more affordable solution for sustainable heat is worth investigating. And that's really the thing, depending on territories, depending on the density, depending on the activity types. Whether on surface you have a lot of factories and offices and homes, retrofit homes, not retrofitted homes. We have to find what are the best economics when you get out of fossil fuel for different technology. And I think this is quite interesting to understand the scope of relevance of solution that relies on seasonal storage. And that's really the motivation of joining that innovation and sourcing. My role in the consortium is not to be in a lab, because we have great scientists in the group working on the issues, but rather connection who's going to be the future user-to-be of solutions. I mean, in the end, we're going to connect district heating, people owning housing stocks or having factories, and the idea is how to make the proper connection, understanding the end-user perspective, because they face themselves regulations due to their sectoral attachments, their countries. In the end, they're going to have a decision maker to say, do we go for it or we don't go for it? And the idea is to understand, their perspective to feed development of the project in order, for instance, if they have to specify an impact that, we provide a proper impact assessment of the technology that fits their specific needs. And understanding also all the economics, because a lot of choice will be based obviously in a mix between best economic choice and also the best impact choice, because they have also all sectors have mandatory CO2 roadmaps and wider transition roadmaps. So in the end, they have to make a choice between cost and impact, and we have to feed into a specification in order that the solution being purchased or installed. And that's really what we have to do, and the role is to make this connection with especially an input in what relates to dissemination, economic modeling, and impact assessment. I would our first challenge is uncommon technology, even it's kind of low tech, storing heat, not going on the moon. The thing is to assess scope of relevance. What I mean by that is not their solution that fits everywhere and they have the same cost everywhere. I mean, an electric car, you drive your electric car in Norway, in Czech Republic, or in Portugal, about the same. And those other solutions of decarbonization are very site-specific, because depending what's the cost of having sustainable heat, maybe solar heat is not the same cost in Denmark or Spain, and we know why. There also capacity for using geothermal heat is uneven, depending on territories. So the global economics of project need to be properly assessed to understand. And I think the thing is, how people don't say, consider it for real, let's measure impact and cost, and maybe you're in a place, but it's worth investigating for which it makes sense. So that's different stakeholders. We know that also that combines very well with district heating. It's not a solution from a village with a few individual homes. That also specific to integrate. There will be other technology and solution for these people, but we have to find proper scope of relevance, I think, and also obviously there's issues of economics, but also how to consider the different way to see the things. And all it relates to impact. For instance, when you have high investment, there high cost of capital, so the economics matter a lot. Is what the cost of capital you have, and more with taxonomy and change related to sustainable finance. Given your impact, cost of capital is going to be very different. That's why also how to overcome first belief, oh, complicated, let's stick to something more easy. But for instance, if people think it's more easy to switch from gas boiler to biomass boiler, but I mean, in reality, we don't have enough biomass to make that switch at European level. So everywhere it fits and it's very relevant to go for the gas solution, we should. So there's not yet a simple way to do it. And I think in this renewable heat mix, the way to optimize that will be one, as much as we can, store still that'll be quite relevant and interesting to consider.